I'm so excited for Dune Part 2 to come out in November.
No! God, please, no! No!
What's up, Flick fans? Welcome back to the channel. It's almost September, and that means we are starting to look forward to fall and winter movies. I lied in my title. It's fall and winter.
Liar!
Basically what this is my most anticipated list for the rest of the year, and it's going to be a lot different because a lot of my most anticipated movies have already come out from 2023, but also now we have trailers for films that I didn't know existed when I first made this list at the beginning of the year, and a lot of Oscar hopefuls. Big spots opened up because Dune is gone.
No!
With a list of 10, I have a lot of honorable mentions, and I've heard people say, well, nothing else is coming out this year other than these 2 or 3 films, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you're probably right, but after looking at it, there's some movies that could be great, and let's talk about them. And I want to start with those films that couldn't quite make the list. The Boy and the Heron, the brand new and the final Miyazaki film, that should be great. Foe, we just got a look at, starring Saoirse Ronan and Paul Mescal. That looks very interesting. The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, Wes Anderson's second movie in 2023. How about Wish, the brand new Disney film? This looks like we could be getting back to some great quality for the studio. Poor Things. Now, I don't love the trailer as much as a lot of people, but Yorgos Lanthimos, you can't not be excited for that. All of Us Strangers, Paul Mescal, once again, Claire Foy, Jamie Bell. This is a really interesting storyline. Maestro, Bradley Cooper, and the controversy of the nose. Well, you look at the story and the filmmaking, this could be something special. How about The Burial? Nobody's talking about The Burial, starring Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones. I think this could be a nice surprise. Emerald Fennell returns in Saltburn, starring Barry Keoghan. My goodness, we could be talking about an Oscar sleeper there. The Zone of Interest. Speaking of Oscar sleepers, I've heard nothing but amazing things about this film. Can't wait till it finally releases for the general public. The Holdovers. It looks like a throwback, kind of Oscar baity movie, but my oh my, that trailer got me. Paul Giamatti, maybe an Oscar campaign there. Next Goal Wins. Taika Waititi's new movie. We're finally getting it. Is it going to live up to the hype? I don't know, but let's hope it's better than Love and Thunder. And finally, The Iron Claw, based on a tragic true story. Zac Efron, A24, Jeremy Allen White. A lot of great things cooking there potentially, even though it may not be the most crowd-pleasing movie in the world. I want to get into my number 10, and number 10 is a film that a lot of more general audience goers, you may not have ever heard of this movie, but I watched the trailer, and I was like, I have to see this as soon as possible. It's coming to the New York Film Festival. I may be going to that. I cannot wait for Anatomy of a Fall. Everyone is saying this is an Oscar nominee. This is a Best Picture contender. What the heck is this movie about? Character by the name of Samuel is found dead. There's an investigation around this death launched, and amidst the uncertainty, the character of Sandra is indicted. So I watched this trailer. It's a mystery surrounding a murder, but it looks and feels like a David Fincher movie combined with that very haunting and eerie feeling that I got while watching a movie like Wind River. And I love when a movie makes you feel that way. I love a good thriller. I love a good mystery. I love a movie surrounding murder if it's handled well. And this trailer gave me everything I needed. It gave me the vibe that we're dealing with something special, and the acting and the performances in the trailer, they were incredible. It isn't often that a trailer makes you feel that way. I'm hoping the movie can capture that magic, and it's also peers that I have on Twitter in the industry. They are saying amazing things about this film. That gets me salivating. Hopefully, this is a Best Picture contender. I can't wait to watch it. Soonish, maybe? Next up, A24. They're having a good year once again, starring Nicolas Cage. Austin, there's a Nicolas Cage movie in your top 10. What are you talking about? Well, listen to this premise, because this is crazy. A professor who never made it before becomes an overnight celebrity after appearing in every person on Earth's dream. It is, how do you not? If it wasn't Nicolas Cage, I don't know if I would be as excited about this. If it wasn't A24, I don't know how excited I'd be about this movie. But it's like all of these things coming together, And it just sticks out to me as this film that could be so crazy that it works. It could also be so crazy that it's stupid. And it's described as a comedy. All comedy is subjective. We know that it doesn't always come together, but it just feels like this film is going to be a combination of great things. I can't wait to see it. I don't know if there's a release date for it just yet. It's coming November 10th, 2023. So we've got a bit, but I can't wait for this. How about Ferrari? How could you not be excited about Adam Driver's performance as Enzo Ferrari in a film that is all about this character? Now, there are other people involved here as well. Penelope Cruz is in this movie. Shailene Woodley is in this movie, but it's directed by Michael Mann. I'm so pumped to see what Mann is going to do, not only with this character, but with this tone, with this sense of atmosphere that I got from, just seeing Driver in character, and that alone is like, we could be talking Best Actor, we could be talking Best Picture, a lot of things that Mann could do with this movie to send it in just an incredible direction. If you don't know who Enzo Ferrari is, come on, it's Ferrari, it's the Italian sports car entrepreneur, it's a dramatic biopic dealing with history, but, it's a great director at the helm, so he's going to do something special. We have a bit to go before we get to see it December 25th, but I believe this movie could be special. I hope it is. Prove me wrong. Craig Gillespie, the director of I, Tonya, is bringing us a film called Dumb Money, and ever since this movie was announced, I was uber excited about it. The cast is spectacular. Frankly, it's one of the best casts of the year. Paul Dano, Nick Offerman, Anthony Ramos, Sebastian Stan, Shailene Woodley, once again, Seth Rogen, Vincent D'Onofrio, Dane DeHaan, and the true story that it's based off of is really interesting. It's about this guy who puts his life savings into GameStop. He posts it online. His social media posts begin blowing up. And this actually happened. This is based on a true story. I believe they're making another movie about this as well. But that other film, it does not have a lot of what this movie has. At least what it looks like it has. And we could be talking about maybe a sleeper contender for something. Probably not Best Picture, but something. We don't have to wait too long either. October 6th, 2023. I enjoyed the trailer. I think this film could be great. It's comedic. It's the biopics we're getting this year, they're ridiculous. Can this hold a candle to Oppenheimer? Probably not. There he is. It's Zack Snyder. Rebel Moon, December 22nd. So we're right at that Christmas release date, and oh my goodness, man, that trailer, it sold me. I didn't know what to think about this film. We know that for years, Zack Snyder was trying to pitch this as a Star Wars movie, and finally, he pitched it to Warner Brothers as well, and he said, I'm going to Netflix, and I think Netflix is the perfect place for this. Now, that being said, I believe he should put this in the theater, and there's going to be a big spot open now that Dune is gone, and this trailer made me want to see this movie in IMAX. I want to see this movie in IMAX, so I hope it gets to go to those theaters regardless. This is an original sci-fi blockbuster, and there's something about some original sci-fi movies that are coming later on this year that makes me think we could be getting something. And people have been complaining a lack of originality, and yes, Rebel Moon, it looks like Star Wars, it looks like Dune, but it's something that we've never seen, a combination of those things, and it's Zack Snyder, and that's getting a lot of people excited. Now, the writing is the only thing I'm worried about in this film, and I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be great, but if it's as good as the visuals, we could be looking at something special. I hope it's good. Please be good. How about Napoleon? Is this another biography? Is this another biopic? Yes, it is. But this time, Joaquin Phoenix is playing Napoleon. Ridley Scott is our director. Now, has every movie he has directed over the last several years worked? No, but a lot of them have. I thought The Last Duel was fantastic. So you have Joaquin Phoenix, you have Vanessa Kirby, this iconic figure taking a personal look at Napoleon's life, and the way that they are approaching this, at least in the trailer, it allows it to stand out. It makes it look different than your standard biopic. And, if we are continuing on the trend of what this year has brought us, it could elevate the material and somehow elevate this iconic figure into something that is just Gladiator-esque, and it does somewhat feel like Gladiator, and Ridley Scott did an amazing job with that movie. I'm not saying it's going to be on that level, but Joaquin Phoenix could be in line for another Best Actor nomination. Coming to theaters September 29th, The Creator. I don't know what it is about these trailers, what it is about this concept, the idea. I think Gareth Edwards is a slept-on director. He directed Rogue One. This has the look and feel of Rogue One, but what I loved about that film is the scale. He did Godzilla as well. The scale of his movies are ridiculous. This is an original sci-fi movie. This is the other one I was talking about, right? We are craving originality in Hollywood right now. And, basing it off of the scares and the fear behind AI, yeah, you're kind of going the Terminator route there. And then you have John David Washington, and say what you will about his line delivery sometimes. I feel like this guy is just, clearly he was born to be a movie star because of his dad, but I think he has it. I believe he has it in him to carry a film like this. I know he can do it. I'm excited to see him in this. The idea of it and the creepiness of the little kid in the trailer. If this goes the way I think it will go, we could be talking about one of the best blockers of the year. It could go south really quick, but I'm excited to see how it turns out nonetheless. John Carney, Austin Drops Mike, the director of Sing Street, Begin Again, Once. It's Flora and Son. And this trailer just came out. It boosted it up my list just a little bit. I was already excited. Sing Street is one of my favorite movies of all time. How could I not be excited? But this trailer, it had everything I wanted. The relationship between this mom and her son. And we're always starting a band, something with music. We love music. John Carney loves his music, but we love him for that. And I love the direction of this trailer. Emotional. There's heart. No, it's not going to be an Oscar-nominated movie because it never is for John Carney, because Hollywood's like, bah, screw that guy that brought us one of the best movies of the last 20 years in Sing Street. Why would we trust him? Well, I trust him. I think this cast is just great. You got Joseph Gordon-Levitt in there. The two leads look phenomenal. Coming out on September 29th, just like The Creator, we could be getting two great movies. I can't wait for this. It's in my top 3. Yeah. Number 2. The Killer, David Fincher, one of my favorite directors. It's finally coming. November 10th, we have a release date. Michael Fassbender, he's back in my favorite genre, a thriller, an action, adventure, a crime, drama. I don't know which one it's going to fall into fully, but it's going to be one of those. And I love when he does a movie like this, man. And coming off of Mank is a film that I got out of it what I needed to, but it did not resonate on the level, not even close to the level of his other films. Seven is where it's at. Zodiac is where it's at. And this is described, revolves around an assassin that's battling employers, himself. Something happened in his life that, shaped his future. It stars Michael Fassbender, Tilda Swinton. I could go on for days. It's David Fincher. I don't need to describe why I'm excited for this. I'm salivating for a trailer. Give me a trailer. We could be talking about number 1, but for now, it's number 2.
Number 2. Your timing is impeccable.
But on October 20th, Marty returns. Mr. Scorsese is back. He's bringing us a combination of Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio. What more do I need to say? Have you seen the trailer yet? I don't even need to describe this movie. Watch the trailer. It's the best trailer of the year. It's one of the coolest trailers I've seen in years. Every time it comes on in the theater, unlike some other trailers I'm checking out, I'm like, okay, I've seen this 1,000 times. I've seen Killers of the Flower Moon, that trailer, 1,000 times. I don't care. I'll watch it again. The way it's pieced together, the cinematography, the story looks so interesting. Talking about the Osage tribe, the FBI investigation that took place, Jesse Plemons, you have John Lithgow, Brendan Fraser in there. Lily Gladstone also looks amazing. That could be not a surprise Best Actress contender, but a surprise for some. I want this movie now. I need this movie now. And with the void that Dune Part 2 left, we're going to have Killers of the Flower Moon, I believe, being the most competitive movie for Best Picture up against Oppenheimer. And I can't wait to see that battle. Marty versus Nolan. Maybe David Fincher comes in there in a surprise move, but guys, I'm so excited. And those are some movies that I think could shape the rest of the year. The way that this goes, all of these films come out and the quality of them shapes 2023. I'm so excited. So thanks so much for watching. Out of my list, what is your most anticipated, and what's a film that I missed? Let me know down below. Appreciate it big time. I'm going to be back with my summer movie tier list, talking about every movie I saw and ranking them over the last several months. It's going to be a big video. I'll see you soon.